It was one of the more startling images from the past decade. Today marks 10 years since a pilot landed a plane safely right in the middle of the Hudson River.
And chatter about the new sports Plex and a new sports stadium in Spokane can be confusing. We are clearing up the confusion about that project underway.
Plus, the next round of rain and snow is on the way. It'll be here Thursday. Find out what to expect where you are.
And it's time to sharpen those resumes. Alaska Airlines is going through a hiring spree. We'll be detailing that. Thanks so much for being with us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Jen York.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura Papetti, and Evan Rani, as we just saw. He is tracking some sunshine this afternoon, but Evan, snow is on the way as well.
That's exactly right, Laura. We have plenty of it. We're looking at a good chance of rain and snow as temperatures could be warming up as we get towards your Thursday. So changes are on the way, but we are dealing with another day around the Northwest of those clear blue skies. Look at the wind speeds though outside. We've got 15-mile-per-hour winds in Sandpoint, 14 in Coeur d'Alene. These winds stopped that development of fog this morning, hence why all through the morning and continuing now into your noon hour, we see a perfect 10 as far as visibility goes. So we are seeing some pretty nice views around the Northwest. This is what we've got out toward downtown Spokane. Another day of dry, stable weather. Temperatures in the upper 20s now, but we woke up to some chilly early morning temperatures. As we go on with the next 12 hours, we'll make our way to about 35 degrees. Temperatures dropping as we get just past that 7 o'clock hour. Clouds are going to roll in, and it looks like most of your Wednesday is going to involve a good amount of cloud cover. But Thursday is when we're talking about the next round of winter weather. We'll be talking about when to expect it and exactly what to expect, because most areas are right on the cusp of either rain or snow. That is coming up, Laura.
All right, my friend, thank you. 1 minute past noon right now. President Trump is meeting with members of Congress for lunch today as the partial government shutdown now entering its 25th day.
Yesterday, the president said he will never back down on his intention to build a wall along the U.S. southern border. It is a sticking point keeping the government closed. It appears there's no end in sight right now. And for now, it appears he is backing off his threat to sidestep Congress and declare a national emergency.
This line, I've been here about 15 minutes and it probably moved about 2 feet.
Well, the gridlock in Washington is causing gridlock at the nation's airports. Yesterday, TSA saw a 137% increase in workers calling out sick compared to 1 year ago. Well, Alaska Airlines is about to go through a hiring spree.
The airline is planning to add just more than 3,000 new jobs this year. So a big number we're talking about, and 3/4 of that will be in Washington state. The new openings include jobs in maintenance, airport operations, and customer service. There are also openings for cargo specialists, flight attendants, and even pilots. A majority of the new jobs will be posted online, and many of them, most of them in fact, do not require previous airline experience. For more information, we will have a link on our website. That is, of course, on KREM.com. And talking about the airlines, today does mark 10 years since the miracle on the Hudson.
Well, on this day in 2009, a flight from New York to North Carolina hit a flock of geese shortly after takeoff, and it blew one of the engines, forcing Captain Chesley Sullenberger to make a forced water landing in the middle of the Hudson River.
At the very beginning, I wasn't sure exactly what steps I would take, but I had a good overall view of what needed to be done.
Well, that was from an interview the captain did with CBS News on the 5th anniversary of the miracle of the Hudson. Now, he landed the plane safely, saving all 155 people on board. Passengers then crawled out onto the wings while ferries came to their rescue. That plane is now displayed at the Carolinas Aviation Museum in Charlotte. The museum will be hosting an event today to mark the anniversary.
And I remember watching that so clearly, and we were just all glued to the TV because you couldn't believe what you were seeing.
It seemed like it shouldn't have gone as well as it did, but
people had babies and had to toss that. Everybody came out okay. It was unbelievable.
And later turned into a movie with Tom Hanks, directed by Clint Eastwood.
That's right.
Pretty remarkable that all ended safely, but in the investigation, he wasn't necessarily treated the best until they realized that really was the only option.
That's right. All right, 12:04 right now. Well, on that same river today, crews demolished part of a bridge. It is about 30 minutes north of New York City. And take a look at this video. It's pretty dramatic looking. Opened in 1955. quickly fell into disrepair. Now, a new bridge has already been built to replace it, but everybody likes watching a good demolition, so there you go.
Well, back here at home, there is new construction in the works in Spokane. The Spokane City Council just approved a $5 million budget for a sportsplex. It is a Spokane Arena project put together by the Public Facilities District. It is completely separate from the Joe Albi Stadium.
But the two topics did intertwine for a while, which seems to have caused some confusion. We are certainly hearing that here. Many people online have asked what the sportsplex is and how it is being funded. So KREM 2's Casey Decker is now taking the time to break it all down.
The first question, of course, is what is the Sportsplex? Well, it's a multi-sport indoor venue currently in the design stages. It's meant to hold large tournaments, mostly for youth sports. That means it has space for a lot of courts or mats, but not very much seating for spectators. It'll also have a special indoor track. Next, where is the Sportsplex? Well, it'll be right next to the Spokane Arena, meaning it'll be able to use the parking in that area. When is the Sportsplex? Right now, the plan is to break ground this summer. If construction goes smoothly, it could open in early 2021. Why is the Sportsplex? Well, the nonprofit Spokane Sports Commission has long promoted this idea as a way to bring more events to Spokane. They argue it'll generate business, strengthen the local sports culture, and provide young local athletes a place to hold their big events. Who is in charge of the Sportsplex? That's the Spokane Public Facilities District, which manages a lot of our county's major venues, like the arena and the convention center. They're working together with a number of other organizations like the Sports Commission, the city, and the Parks Department to put this together. How is the Sportsplex being paid for? This is the big one. There are 4 sources of funding. The bulk comes from a state sales tax rebate. The next largest chunk is money the facilities district already has in its reserves. Then the $5 million from the city budget the council approved today. Finally, they'll be asking the state for another $2 million for some design add-ons. This all means that no new taxes are being created to pay for this project, which is why there wasn't any sort of public vote. Finally, what's the connection to Joe Albi? Well, now, none. For a little while there, the PFD and school board were considering modifying this project to accommodate football. But that's not happening anymore. The board decided to go with the voters and rebuild Joe Albi at the same site. But the Sportsplex goes on as originally planned.
Casey Decker reporting, clearing up some of that confusion perhaps.
We've had a lot of questions, and so he sort of broke it all down.
All right, 12:07 now. A woman in California is setting a high bar for the rest of us cat ladies. She is off to college, and we'll tell you the lengths she is going to keep her cats nearby.